For the boys, girls, men, women, and whoever may be watching this, I'm going to make an argument that you absolutely should and need to be picky when it comes to looking and choosing for your next partner. Now, why do I say this? I feel like the tides have kind of switched a little bit to where I feel like social media is like, oh, like you can't be too picky, blah 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 blah. No, like I think you absolutely need to be picky because this is literally the person that you potentially may spend the rest of your life with. And if you're new to this channel, I always advocate that you don't date for fun. You always go at it with the intention that like, hey, this is someone that I'm going to be with for the long run. And like this person is end game, you know what I mean? And with that being said, there obviously are some standards where you're like, okay, that's a little bit ridiculous. Where if you're like, this guy has to be 6'3", or this girl has to be XYZ looks wise, right? I think it's just more like, it's okay to have preferences. Like, let's talk about the physical side first, right? Rather than being like, I need this guy to be above, X amount of feet, just be like, I want him to be tall, right? And that's totally fair to ask for, but obviously don't block out all the short kings out there, but in your mind, you're like, I want this guy to be tall, right? For my guys out there, if you're like, oh, like, I want her to be brunette, I want her to be slim, I want her to be fit, I want her to be thick, right? Like, obviously don't like control and tunnel vision yourself only into that thing, but like, if that is your type, if that is your preference, what is the problem with that, right? Like, it's okay to have that problem. But in my opinion, I'm not calling like physical looks and physical attraction like not important, but when it comes to like the personality part of it, I do think that's a little bit more important. Not a little bit, actually a lot more important. And that's where I want you guys to be picky, right? Not so much like focusing on the physical side, but the personality side, like the communication side, the financial side, right? Let's start off with one of the most controversial, the financial side. It is okay to tell yourself like as a woman, like in my opinion, like I think it's okay to be like, hey, like I want someone that makes good money. I want someone that has a job. Obviously, let's be adults here. Like I'm not validating those women that are saying like, I only want to be with a millionaire, right? But if you're someone that's like, I want someone that has a car and someone that has a full-time job, what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? For a guy, like, for me personally, I think it's very attractive if my partner has a job, has a full-time job, and like I don't want like a housewife, you know what I mean? And that's totally fair for me to ask. And I think when I find that I'm talking to women and they don't have a full-time job, I'm like, it's kind of gross. Or you have no ambitions, that's gross. And so continuing on with that, right? Like I think you should be picky absolutely when it's like, I want someone that like is my biggest fan, right? Like I want someone that's excited about me. I don't want someone that's meh. Like you don't ever want to be someone's partner and that's it. Like, who is this person? Yeah, she's just my wife. Yeah, that's just my boyfriend. Like, what a nightmare. You know what I mean? Like you want your partner to look at you as like their partner, but then also more than that, like your own individual person with dreams and aspirations, and that you want them to look at you with love and put you on a reasonable pedestal, you know what I mean? And you obviously want to do the same for them. So that doesn't come through closing your eyes and then throwing a dart at the wall and being like, okay, I guess I'll go with that guy, or okay, I guess I'll go with that girl. Like they're the first people to show me any sort of affection or any sort of love. Like I'm not used to that, right? And so I think it's, again, to put a ribbon on this video, you absolutely should be picky. You absolutely should take your time, right? Like, don't feel like you have to be rushed into anything, because again, like, I think it's so fulfilling. Even like, it's high risk, high reward. Like only dating for marriage and only dating for like the long run is high risk, high reward, because like, if it doesn't work out, obviously it's heartbreaking, but also like you do learn so much more about yourself rather than if you were in just like a silly hee hee ha ha situationship, you know what I mean? And so with that being said, like I think it's so imperative to be selective. It's so imperative to take your time. Really, like, if you don't like something about this person and like it's in the first month or two of talking, move on. You know what I mean? Like, don't like sell yourself short, especially if you are someone that you know you're capable, you know you're a good person, and you believe that about yourself. Why would you settle? You know what I mean? Why would you not want yourself to be set up for the best? And you can have the best. You can have a guy that's emotionally smart. You can have a guy that's smart in general. You can have a guy that's not a cheater, not a liar. And for my guys out there, you can have a woman that's loving and loyal to you and listens to you and, you know, treats you like they're everything and they're funny and they're smart, and you know, you can have it all. I promise you, you can have it all. But you first and foremost need to be real with yourself and be like, hey, I'm not gonna find this person, I'm not gonna find my soulmate just by swiping, matching, and like being like, okay, like this person's like getting a little freaky with me and they're showing me some sort of intimacy or affection or attention, like I'm gonna go for that. You know what I mean? Like, you need to take your time and you need to be picky. And that is all I have to say for this video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful December. I think that's when this video is going to go out. I always plan it a week ahead. But anyways, we are on the road to subscriber number 1. And so if you are watching this, thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and take care.